You're listening to an unpaid-for Poison Apple Drag exclusive. You're listening to an unpaid-for Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
And the winner from the class of 1974 for the person who has changed the most.
You're listening
Suzanne
to an unpaid-for
Sugabaker.
Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
Well, this is quite a surprise. I guess maybe I deserve this award for the person most changed, but not
You're
for the reason
listening
you
to an
think.
unpaid-for Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
Last night I got my feelings hurt because I came to this reunion thinking I was beautiful, and what I found out was that I'm fat. At least you think I am.
You're listening to an
But that isn't the
unpaid-for
biggest
Poison
change in
Apple
me.
Drag exclusive.
The biggest change is that the old Suzanne wouldn't have shown up here tonight. She would have just gotten thin before the next reunion, and then she would have gotten even.
You're listening
I'm
to
a
an
little older
unpaid-for
and-
Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
I hope a little wiser than that person used to be. A lot of things have happened to me. A lot of things have happened to all of us. Sandy Smothers was killed the night before we graduated. Diane Mitchell's got 2 sets of twins, and Galen Chadwick's working in the White House. We had a lot of dreams together. And there's no point in pretending.
You're listening to an unpaid-for
Some
Poison
of mine
Apple
came true
Drag
and-
exclusive.
Some didn't. I met a little boy from Africa tonight whose family died of starvation, and I realized I'd spent
You're
the whole
listening to
day
an
at home
unpaid-for Poison Apple
worrying about the
Drag
fact that
exclusive.
I have too much to eat.
You're listening to an unpaid-for Poison Apple Drag
I'm not sure the old
exclusive.
Suzanne would have
You're
appreciated the
listening
absurdity
to
of
an
that,
unpaid-for
but
Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
this one does. Some of you men wanted to know my bra size, but I'd rather talk about my heart because
You're
It's a
listening
little
to an
bigger than it used to
unpaid-for
be.
Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
the old Suzanne wouldn't have forgiven you for the things that you said. But this one will, because
You're
when I
listening
look
to an
around this room
unpaid-for
tonight,
Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
I don't see receding hairlines and the beginnings of pot bellies and crow's feet.
You're listening to an unpaid-for
I just
Poison
see all
Apple
the
Drag
beautiful
exclusive.
faces of old girlfriends and
You're listening to an unpaid-for
sweet
Poison
young
Apple
boys who
Drag
used to stand on my
exclusive.
front porch and try and kiss me goodnight. And you can remember me anywhere you like, but that's how I'll always remember you.
You're listening to an unpaid-for Poison
And
Apple Drag exclusive.
So I thank you for giving me this award for the person most changed, however you intended it. I'm going to treasure it because
You're listening
Number
to
one, I
an
love
unpaid-for
trophies,
Poison
and-
Apple Drag exclusive.
number 2, I earned it. Thank you.
You're listening to an unpaid-for Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
Funny how a lonely day can make a person say, what good is my life?
You're listening to an
Funny how a
unpaid-for
breaking
Poison
heart
Apple Drag
can
exclusive.
make me start to say, what good is my life? Funny how I often seem to think I'll
You're
find
listening to an
another
unpaid-for
dream.
Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
My life. Till I look around and see this great big world is part of me and my life.
You're listening to an unpaid-for Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
Today, tomorrow, love will come and find me. Oh, that's the way that I was thought to be. This is me. This is me. This is my.
You're listening to an unpaid-for Poison Apple Drag
Give
exclusive.
a damn for lost emotion. I've such a lot of love I've got to give. Let me live. Let me live. Sometime when when I feel
You're
afraid.
listening to an unpaid for
I think
Poison
of
Apple
what a
Drag
mess
exclusive.
I've made of my life, crying over my mistakes, forgetting all the breaks I've had in my life. I was put on earth to be.
You're listening to
a
an
part of
unpaid
this
for
great
Poison
world
Apple
and
Drag
live
exclusive.
my life. Guess I'll just add up the score and count the things I'm grateful for in my life. This is my life, and I don't give a damn for lost emotions. I've such a lot of love I've got to give. Let me
You're
live.
listening to an unpaid for Poison Apple
Let
Drag
me
exclusive.
live.
You're listening to an unpaid for Poison Apple Drag exclusive.
This is my life.
You're listening to an unpaid for Poison Apple Drag exclusive. You're listening to an unpaid for Poison Apple Drag exclusive.